Hi and welcome to the first tutorial in this series, which is designed to help you understand what we mean by the academic writing style. The tutorial will provide you with a general overview of the main features of the academic writing style so that you have a better understanding of what you should be aiming towards in your written work. As you go along, you'll see that there are short activities to complete, and it's a good idea to pause the video while you do these. Academic writing is an important skill for you to develop. You're going to be assessed largely in your written work at university. But not only that, if you think about it, as a social worker, much of your practice is going to involve writing, such as in written assessments and case notes. But before we look at what the academic writing style involves, it's helpful to know that writing at university is something that most students do feel quite anxious about. And it's not really surprising, it's probably very different to the kind of writing that you've done in the past, and nearly everyone worries about academic writing, regardless of whether they've come from school or college or the workplace, so do try to remind yourself of that if you are worried. Before doing your first piece of academic written work, you need to know what's expected of you, so it's helpful to have an idea of what we actually mean by the academic writing style. So to help you get your head around this, consider these two extracts. Both extracts are saying pretty much the same thing, but the way they're written differs. Have a read through the extracts. What differences do you notice? You can pause the video while you write these down. You might have noticed that extract 1's very sort of proper and uses formal language with phrases such as severe emotional costs, significant economic costs and global public health priority as shown in bold. But extract 2 uses more everyday wording with phrases such as a lot of money, gone up a lot, all over the world. You might also have noticed that extract 2 is quite wordy or sort of waffly in comparison to extract 1, which is much more direct and to the point. So as well as being formal, academic writing is very concise and it puts across points in as little words as possible or without waffling. We'll take a closer look at how to write formally in tutorial 2. Another difference between the two extracts that's maybe a bit less obvious is the impersonal style of extract 1 and what we would call the personal style of extract 2. Impersonal writing means that the writer's writing in the third person, so they're not using the word I. This can make the text seem quite distant from the reader, and you might actually find this style a bit unfriendly at first. If you didn't pick up on this first time round, take a look at the extracts again and notice how extract 2 uses the word you in the second sentence, which makes it seem a bit less distant and more personal than extract 1. As a general rule, academic writing does avoid the use of the first or second person and tends to use the third person, so it avoids the words I, you, we, our and us. Again, we'll take a closer look and explain impersonal writing in more detail in tutorial 3. Finally, academic writing uses evidence or references to support the points that are made. You might have noticed that extract 1 uses 3 references to support the points made, while extract 2 offers no support at all to back up the same points. And this makes the statements look as if they're simply somebody's opinion, rather than points that have evidence to back them up. So without references, we can't be sure of the reliability of the point the writer's trying to make. Again, we'll look at referencing in more detail in later tutorials. So to sum up, the key features of academic writing are its formality, its conciseness, the impersonal style, and use of evidence. We'll explore these features in more detail in the tutorials that follow.